I will start from my introduction. My name is Kashif Ali, and I'm working as a solution architect in Texas, Pakistan, and I have more than 15 years of experience on different technologies. And I was the first SCI storage and SCI cloud in Pakistan to achieve this milestone. I'm also a Huawei Community Elite user and Oracle certified specialist, VMware certified professional, and my current role is pre-sales solutions and designing solution. So this was just a brief introduction about me. So my today's agenda is Huawei Cloud overview, Huawei Cloud services, and some use case in its solution. And I have created some BOQ, so we will discuss that as well, and we may have some question and answers. So nowadays, everyone is trying to move to the cloud, and as we can see from this slide that at the end of 2025, enterprise customer will be moving toward the cloud, and in 2023, all cloud native application will be moved about 80%. They all will be moving to the cloud. So future is the cloud, and we are discussing with the customer. So all customers are interested to moving towards the cloud, but due to some compliance issues in Pakistan, we are facing some issues, but hopefully this will be resolved, and hopefully if Huawei has a region in Pakistan, so this will help a lot to migrate big customers. So why cloud? As we all know that cloud provide agility, flexibility, reliability, and pay as you go. So the best thing, if you use the cloud, you have to pay. You have to pay if you're not using the resources. So there's no need to pay. So these are big advantages, and customer is well aware of this, and we are doing some workshop presentation, and we are trying to educate the customer to move towards the cloud. So, and the big thing is cloud is AI enabled, and it is ready for AI, big data, and analytics. So it is very easy to move these type of workloads to the cloud. So that's why cloud is the future, and we have to move all the customer one by one to the cloud. Okay, what about the, I just want to mention that Huawei is growing very fast, and currently it is number 2 in China, and globally in the market is number 5, and hopefully Huawei will be number 1 very soon. When customer asks this question about the Huawei cloud, that why Huawei cloud, so we convince them that Huawei is the biggest contributor in the cloud native application, and Huawei has invest a lot of money on the R&D, and Huawei is the biggest contributor in OpenStack and cloud native application, and Huawei cloud has all the features available which the competitor has. So hopefully in the near future Huawei will be number 1. Huawei has 23 region and 45 AZs, so these are growing very fast. So hopefully we'll be seeing region in Pakistan as well to resolve the compliance issues. So we have some discussion with customer as well, so they are agreed to move to Singapore, nearest region as well. But in banking sector, we need to think about the compliance. So hopefully this will be resolved once the Huawei region is available in Pakistan. So I will touch some services for the Huawei cloud in the next slide. So okay, I have had this slide because this is the uniqueness about the Huawei cloud. Other clouds don't have the hardware innovation in the data center. They are using hybrid hardware, maybe from Dell, HP, or other vendors. But Huawei is working on the hardware as well. So Huawei is providing AI processors, smart NAC, fast SSDs, and chip-based root of trust. So as we can see, Huawei has the complete solution, hardware, software, all integrated together. So this will help customer that if everything is integrated, so this will it is reliable, it is flexible, and obviously if hardware and software is developed by one vendor, so all the things are very integrated, and other cloud partners don't have these things. So this is the uniqueness of Huawei. And these are the cloud services, so it is a big list. So I will cover some of the features in the next slide, which are very commonly used in the cloud. So Huawei has the complete portfolio. It is completely AI and big data enabled. It is available for cloud native application. All the features, all the services are available here. It has a big list. So I will just touch a few services which are very commonly used. So we'll discuss about that. In compute, Huawei has physical servers. x86 are also available, in ARM-based servers are also available. So customer can use physical server if there is a compliance issue about the Oracle licenses or any licensing issue, and it requires bare metal server. So we can offer physical server as well in Huawei Cloud. These services are available. And in ECS, Huawei has elastic cloud servers for general purpose, memory optimized, a lot of types. We do have a lot of types available. We can provide dedicated host for the ECS as well, and cloud phone as well for cloud for the phone Android deployment, something like that. And we have serverless function graph. It is same like Lambda in AWS, so we can provide this as well. And in containers, Huawei provide cloud containers engine as well, and container instance as well, and software repository as well. So no need to worry about the Kubernetes clusters. It's just one click away from the Huawei Cloud. We have to configure Kubernetes cluster and worker nodes, and we can do it very easily. And we can create instances as well to deploy our images. And in value-add services, Huawei is providing auto scaling. Auto scaling means if, for example, a customer have a VM and there's a peak hours, there's a spike in the in some hours, so the VM will automatically auto scale, and another instance will be created, so the load can be distributed among all the VMs. And image management services. So Huawei is providing image management services. Customer can customize their images. They can upload their customized images, and they can deploy easily ECS from their customized images. So this is a very good feature. In storages, Huawei is providing block storage, file storage, object storage, and dedicated distributed storage. All these services are available, and for data backup and DR solution are also available. For ECS backup is also available, and for databases backup service is available. And Huawei do have a storage disaster recovery service as well. And for data acceleration, Huawei is providing content delivery network for caching and for the edge solution. And we have Data Express service as well. Data Service Express is required for if a customer cannot ship data over the internet and the data size is too much, so we can use this service. Huawei will provide a hardware, we can put the data in that hardware, and we can send it back to the Huawei cloud, and we can get the data in the cloud. In network, Huawei has access network, internal network, and cross-cloud network. So these are the three types. I will briefly explain in the next slide. For access network, Huawei is providing VPN direct connect, so we can connect to the cloud using VPN or direct connect. In some countries, direct connect is available if the ISP can provide that connection, but if data center are not locally available, so it might be difficult, but these services are available in different countries, and we can use VPN as well. And for internet network, we can use VPC. VPC is logical network. We can use you can use this to isolate network, or we can create subnets. We can create different networks in VPC. And elastic load balancer is used for load balancing, application load balancing. NAT gateways can be used for the netting. For example, if a customer want to use one IP and they want to distribute the traffic in different ECS, so we can use net gateway, or we can use net gateway for the internet access without using elastic IP. If the customer don't want to use elastic IP for the server, so we can use net gateway to get the internet access for patching and upgrades. And elastic IP is a public IP, and the VPC is endpoint to connect to the cloud. And for the cross cloud network, we can use Cloud Connect. If we want to use two different regions, we can use the Cloud Connect. Huawei is also offering the database services. Oracle is not there. We already have debate on this, but unfortunately, Oracle has his own services, so they are providing SaaS databases service, and they don't want other principal to use their databases. So, however, I don't have Oracle here, but MySQL, PostgreSQL Server is available. We can use as a service, and in NoSQL we have GhostDB for Mongo, for other flavor. These are available, and we have some tools for data migration and middleware and admin services. So these services are available with Huawei, so we can use it. In security, these are the main concern of the customer. So Huawei is providing all type of security for access control, permission control, and security control. In data security, Huawei has the data encryption so we can use KMS for customized encryption, so we can do customized encryption as well. For database security service, we can use DBSS, so the data can be masked or can be encrypted. These services are available for databases. For application security, we have web application firewall. So using web, we can stop SQL injection or any application layer attacks. We can stop these attacks using web. And VSS is also available, so we can scan ECS, and we can check whether it is compliant or not. For host security, we can use HSS. And for containers, we have the container guard services. It can scan the images whether is there an issue or not. And we in cyber security, there is anti-DDoS and advanced DDoS available, so we can use these services very easily. Okay, this is very important because every customer asks about the compliance and the certification. So Huawei is fully compliant and fully certified. So these certification and compliances are required for any cloud service provider. So Huawei is fully certified and compliant. So there is no issue with the security and compliance. Okay, in monitoring and identity management, Huawei is providing IAM. IAM is used for the user and roles, so we can assign different users to. We can assign resources to different user and groups. So it is very easily done in using IAM. And for monitoring, we can use Cloud Eye. Cloud Eye will monitor the services usage and on the cloud, and we can set alarms and alerts as well. And trace services and log services are used for the log tracing, auditing, for security audit or for fault detection. These log services are very helpful to get the operational logs or audit logs. These two are very important. These are just add this slide for the services that we are working currently on. These type of services, because in Pakistan we have to work first on these services, then we have to go to the AA and big data environment. So currently we are working on the SAP, and we do have some customer, they are using SAP, so they want to move to the cloud. So we are working on it, and we have some presentation as well, and we are working with the cloud team to size the solution for them, and we can do a POC, and then we can migrate them It depends on the TCO, all the things. So we are working on all these things. So hopefully we'll get some business in the future. I have seen a use case, but there was not a lot of information available. So I have assumed that a customer customer is enterprise level e-commerce website is they are running on the cloud. They are running. They want to migrate to the cloud. So I assume that they want three-tier architecture, web application, and MySQL database. They want high availability, auto scaling in peak hours, security compliance for all services, and they require isolated environment for internal testing application with Oracle DB. Maybe they want to do some testing with Oracle DB, and in the future they want to move to Oracle or something like that, and migration approach. So according to this use case, I have designed a solution as per my best knowledge, and I want to share with you. So first, I have select the region. I have to select the region. Which region have the minimum latency to Pakistan? So I have selected the Singapore region. This region is with the minimum latency. So I have choose this region for the deployment. The next step is high availability. So I have selected two AZs, AZ1 and AZ2, to keep the redundancy and high availability as per the customer requirement. And I have designed VPC for the production environment. So I will be adding all the production workload in the VPC1. So I have designed this subnet A for web layer. In web layer, these are all web application. It's a web layer. Web is installed on the ECS1 and ECS2. The second layer is subnet B. It's an application layer. Application server will be installed in ECS3 and ECS4. So one server will be AZ1 and the other server will be in the EZ2. And the third layer is subnet C database layer. So I'm using MySQL, RDSS, and I'm using active standby configuration. VPC2 is for the UAT at testing and testing purpose. It's a UAT in test. So there are some ECS and Oracle database. The icon is for the ECS, but it's a physical BMS server. It's not a VM. So Oracle workload will be on the bare metal server. So I have added bare metal server. So we will install the Oracle database on the physical server. Okay, I have added OBS because last time I was migrating VMs from the customer side to the cloud. So it requires some custom images. So for custom images, we need OBS, or for backup, etc. We have to use OBS. Without OBS, we cannot. It is not possible to load private images. So I have added VBS if in case we need some images or something, or backup or all the things, so we can do that. And from the internet, customer will be coming from the internet to the load balancer, and load balancer will be forwarding traffic to the web layer. And I have added another load balancer in between the web layer and the application layer. So once the traffic is coming down to the web layer, it will be forwarded to application layer, and it will be distributed equally. Okay, customer has requested for auto scaling. So I have added auto scaling configuration as well. If there's discounts, or there's a promotion, or on the Eid festival, or maybe in Christmas, there may be a huge load on the server, so it will be automatically auto scaled. It will serve to the customer, and once the peak hours goes down, it will be reduced. So auto scaling is also there. Okay, now customer is asking about the security as well. So as we know, it's a e-commerce website, so there will be a lot of attacks from the internet. So I have added advanced anti-DOS service here. Customer will hit from the internet to anti-DOS service, advanced anti-DOS will filter the traffic and will pass to WAF. WAF is required for the web application. It will stop the application layer attacks like SQL injection or application layer level attacks. It will stop these attacks. So WAF will filter the attacks and it will forward traffic to load balancer. Okay, I have also added ACL for subnet level restrictions. So I want web layer to communicate with application layer with the certain subnet and certain ports. And also I have added the security group. Security group will work on the ECS level. So on the ECS we have security on subnet level as well, and we have security on the ECS level as well. Sometimes we have to sometimes if there's on the network level there is ACL, but on the server level there is no firewall. So the firewall is basically on the server level. And the customer is asking about the security and compliance as well. So host security service is mandatory, as we can do vulnerability assessment report as well. It will suggest that you have a weak password or you need patches. So HSS is very mandatory for compliances. So this will help us to improve our ECS compliance, to meet the ECS compliance. Same goes for the subnet B application layer. So I have added these all services in the application layer as well. And in database layer, I have added the DBSS service. So we can use this service to mask data or encrypt data. So we can avoid internal threats from for the databases. So as we can see that I have added all the security levels. So the web layer cannot communicate with the database layer. The application layer can only communicate with the database layer. So database layer is very secure in this case. And security group for UAT and test environment as well. Now, customer can access this environment, but how the administrator will work, how the application guys will log into these machine and maintain and manage these servers. So I have added CBH, a jump server to access for a subnet D for operation and maintenance. This is operation and maintenance zone, and this is highly recommended to use this scenario to secure the environment. So the customer administrators and they will log in through the VPN to the server, and they will connect to the different machine, and they can do their O&M and all the things they want to deploy application, or they want to do something, they can do it. And same goes for the UAT test environment. So customer can log into the UAT test environment and they can do the testing, and it is accessible. So this was a complete architecture. So I have designed according to my best knowledge. So I think this is the best scenario. Okay, migration approaches. Now, how we migrate the data. So Huawei is providing SMS service, server migration services. So we have to install agent in the source operating system. It may be physical server, or maybe virtual machine, or maybe on the cloud, and we can connect this machine to Huawei cloud. Obviously, we need VPN some integration to connect this machine, but we can migrate it very easily. I have tested this. This is very good feature if the operating system is supported. So this will work very perfectly. So in Windows we have to use block level replication, and in Linux we are I think file system replication is supported. So once the first time replication is completed, then we have to do incremental replications, and we can do multiple time in incremental replication for the cutover. Once the incremental application is completed, we have to stop the production machine, and we have to go to the cloud once the replication is fully synced with the cloud machine. So this server migration service we will be using for migration. And for data replication, I have added data replication service DRS, which is supported for MySQL. We can use it for online migration. This service will be used to migrate from the on-prem to cloud. So this will migrate the data online, and same thing we have to do. We have to do first full replication, then incremental, and then we can cut it. And the cutover will be going to the cloud. And for Oracle database migration, it's a test and dev environment. Maybe the customer can create new databases, but if they want to migrate data from on-prem to cloud, we can use DataGuard. But in my solution, there is no elastic IP, so we can assign temporary elastic IP, and we can create a DataGuard configuration, and we can sync the data, and then we can remove it. Or we can use export method as well. We can export the data, and we can transfer the data to that BMS, and we can restore it. And the third one is data express service. If the it is not possible to move the data over the internet, the data size is too much, then we can use the data express service. Data express service is a appliance. Sorry, it's a appliance. We can copy data in that appliance, and we can send it back to the cloud, and we can use the data for the cloud. So these are my migration approaches. Okay, I create a BOQ as well. Okay, for production, I have used monthly billing mode, as these machine will be 24/7 available, so no need for paper use. And for the for the UAT environment, I have selected paper use, as we don't know, maybe they are using some VMs. Sometimes they are using more VMs, sometimes they are not using. So it will be better to use it for paper use. And I have added object storage as well. And customer requirement is for cloud server backup, so I have added cloud server backup here. And for the database backup, I have added cloud backup and recovery for databases. And I have added elastic load balancer as well. And I have added net gateway. Net gateway is required because if there are some patches required or some upgrades, so we can use net gateway without assigning elastic IP to the machine. So we don't need to expose the machine. So we will use net gateway to get the patches and download all the things for using net gateway. And we need elastic IP as well. And there is a problem with the VPN. VPN is not available in AP Singapore. I don't know why. So I have to select Hong Kong. So maybe there's some error. And the web application firewall is there. Host security services are also there. Database security services there. And I have added the MySQL database service here in HMO, active standby, and data replication services there. And I have added support plan, as I have a previous experience, so I think there are some complementary services. I think you can create 3 SR complementary, but if it is more than 3, then it will be charged. So I have to add this plan as this is a production environment, so we have to add support plan as well. And there's one more error, that physical BMS is not available for the BOQ is just a price list available on the website. We can't add it in the BOQ, so I've just pasted here. So this is my complete BOQ as per the requirement. And what else? That's it from my side.